Hey, this is Ed Paget from edpaget.com. Today I want to introduce you to a novel movement, something that you may not have seen before. But it's really a synthesis of lots of different movement styles put into a practice that I think is beneficial for the lower back, for the upper back, for the neck, in fact for the whole body. So you may have heard of a thing called Qi Gong. Qi Gong is a Chinese movement meditation practice where they move a thing called Qi, which is the energy, all around the body. Now, I'm not from China. I'm not Chinese, and I don't really have that deep understanding of Qi Gong like a lot of Chinese people do. But I do understand anatomy and physiology from a Western point of view. And I know that the blood flow in the body is very important, and I know the nervous flow in the body is very important. And so those things actually carry the energy and the building blocks around the inside of our body. So when we look at it, we could say that a movement is more esoteric, Chinese, moving energy flow from a universal source into our body and out by moving like this. Or we could say we're stretching the nervous system and stretching the blood vessels and opening them up to allow the internal energy systems to work. So that's the way I'm going to be coming from. So it's like a Western version of Qi Gong. So what I want us to do is work on a figure of 8 movement with the hips. So a figure of 8, looks like this, okay? Now we can have it this way or this way. If it's this way, it's an 8. If this way, it's an infinity. I'm going to move my hips like the infinity sign. So I'm going to do one circle over here and then one circle over here. And this is going to be the first part of our movements, okay? So I want you to put your hands on your hips and then move them in a circle. I've gone forwards to start with, and then forwards this side and back to the middle. Let's do that again, okay? So you're going to take your hips up and out this way, and then back round, and up and out this way. All right, so we can actually make the figure of 8 with our hands as well. So if we move them around here, and then back, and then over to the other side, and back, we get that figure of 8. I'm not moving my feet. In fact, I'm trying to keep my feet planted. I've got shoes on today, but you can do this barefoot, no problems. And we're trying to get to the edge of the limit of the hip flexibility, okay? So let's do that one more time. You're going forwards and back round. That's good. And forwards and back round. And you'll feel all sorts of funny stuff happening in your hips. That's the hips really opening up. So that's going forwards to start with, but now we can go backwards. So if I'm going to do the figure 8 here, I'm going to go backwards this way, round, and then backwards this way and round. Okay, so that's the 2 directions around the infinity sign, left and right. But now if we shift that infinity sign this way with a circle in front and a circle behind, I could go round. I'm starting off to my left, so this way, moving my hips in a big circle here, bringing them round to the middle. And as I go to the middle, I'm going to the second part of that figure of 8, round to the back. Okay, so give that one a go and just see how that feels as you're moving your hips. Good, and then we're going to go the other way, which is this way. Good, round to the middle and round to the back. So as you go to the back, you can lean forward a little bit, which will give you a stretch into your hamstring slightly. That's good. Okay, nice one. So now that's the sort of the fundamentals of the movements. We're going to take that movement from the pelvis and we're going to move up towards the chest, okay? So in the chest, it's going to look like this. I'm going to do the figure of 8 or the infinity sign to either side first. So we're going out and around. Now on this one, I do bend my knees just a little bit. And then back to the middle, okay? So I'm actually going to do the movement with my hands here. So it's slightly easier to see. So going out and round, back to the middle, out and round. All right, so we're starting with this forwards movement. And we can add just a little bit of rotation in if we want to as well. Now we're going to go backwards. So the backwards movement, I'll show you from the side here. You're going back like this and around, back like this and around. This is still the side-to-side infinity from here. Now we're going to take that infinity, we're going to turn it again. So it's like a figure of 8. We're going to go forwards and backwards. So I go forwards here, chest comes forward, and then backwards, almost something like I'm trying to dodge a punch or something like that. So forwards, and then back to the middle, and then backwards. Good. And so I went forwards to the left, now I'm going to go the opposite way, which is forwards to the right. Good. Now just get the flow going here. We don't need to stop in the middle. We're going to use our hips, our knees, our upper back as much as we want. All right, good. All right, so we've done the hips, we've done the thorax, now we're going to work on the neck. And we're going to use the nose as the actual area that does the movement with this one. Okay, so the nose is, we're going to do the figure of eight, the infinity sign out to the side like this. Take the nose forward and to my left, round, and forward to my right, and round. Okay, so it's forward, that's good. Good, and this is really working my neck. I'm trying to keep the top of my head kind of parallel to the ground or to the sky, like I have a book on it, and I can feel things opening up in my neck. That was me going forwards to start with, so now I'm going to go backwards. So here's that dodging the punch, round to the side, dodging the punch, round to the side. Perfect. I'm going to do that one more time. You should be following along here, just trying out some of these novel movements. Next one is the figure of eight like this, circle in front, circle behind, okay? So I'm going to go to the left to start with, round, back to the middle, so there's a middle point, like a neutral, another way, so neutral, good. Nice work. Okay, the other way now, I'm going to go to the right, middle, back round, right, middle, back round. All right, perfect. So you've now got an introduction to the three areas of the body, the hips, the thorax, and the neck, where we're going to take these two movements of the infinity sign and the figure of eight in both directions, moving left first and moving right first. And we're going to put that into a sequence of movements, which will eventually become this Western Qi Gong module that will help lubricate the joints by moving them into areas that they don't normally move into, get that synovial fluid, which is the fluid inside the joints pumping. It will help stretch the major vessels around the heart. So if you do this in the morning, it will actually make you more supple through those, through the arteries and the veins to help get the blood flow. It will help your coordination, and it will help stretch and lengthen aspects of your nervous system, which will help it become more efficient, so it does not getting pinched as much in tight areas of muscles or through areas where the bones can sometimes pinch on the nerves just a little bit underneath the muscle. So this is going to be flowing the energy. It's going to get the blood flow going, get the nervous system firing better, get the joints working better, get your balance working better because we've been balancing a lot, and get the muscular system working better. So it really is a Western form of Qi Gong. So watch the next video where I'll just do some more.